Hey guys, Papa Pete back here again today with Coco in the basket, and we have a pickup of a very special historic Intellivision item today, along with a few other little pickups that I finally got advantage of some clearance items at Walmart and picked up some great games. So anyway, I can't wait to share the games with you, and I really can't wait to share you this historic Intellivision item with you that I got from the Blue Sky Ranger himself, Mr. Steve Roney. So hold on, here we go.
Papa Pete, the old ass gamer. Papa Pete, the old ass gamer. If you haven't grown up by the age of 50, you don't have to.
After the video, don't forget to check out IntellivisionCollector.com for all your Intellivision needs. That's IntellivisionCollector.com. Alright guys, so before we start, Coco and I here, I gotta have a craft beer, right Coco? And this is sort of an interesting one from Long Bay Brewery, which I'm not all that familiar with, in Rothesay, New Brunswick. I've got a Golden Deceiver Blonde Ale. Very interesting container right there. I like that. I'd never heard of it before. Just saw it the other day and thought I'd try it out. Even kind of neat. It's got the black pop top on. Anyway, let's open it up and try it out. There we go. It's nice and ice cold. I got my Expos mug here. It's baseball season. I miss the Expos. And also, what's it called? Ever Canadian, the newest YouTube channel by OEB Pete. So it's great to see that back online. And Pete and I both share love for the Montreal Expos. So I have this mug here in his honor today. So nice blonde ale. It's got a nice color, kind of cloudy. Nice aroma. Coco scratching the microphone, but that is a fine tasting beer. That is really good. Not extremely strong, not extremely hoppy, cool and refreshing, and I like it very much. I could see me having more of these. What's the percentage on it? It is 4.5% alcohol, so it's not even super strong, so it would be great summer drinking beer. Anyway, Golden Deceiver by Long Bay Brewery, Rothesay, New Brunswick. If you get a chance, try it out. I recommend it. Cheers. All right, so first and foremost, let's look at the games that I picked up from Walmart. A little bit of backstory on this. I was with Mama C up in Fredericton, New Brunswick recently, and it was a strange time. It was like a Thursday morning or a Friday morning, about 9 o'clock, early as it was opening. And I went into Walmart, just walking around while she has some things to do before she could go home. And I found a couple ladies with a big cart full of games, a couple of the workers there, and they were marking them all down and putting them out for clearance. I've seen so many YouTube videos and heard so many stories about people finding great deals on games, clearance games at Walmart, and I just never have had the opportunity myself. And I think it doesn't happen as often here in Canada as it does in the States. But anyway, these weren't like 99-cent clearances or $3 clearances, but they were $10 each, so you really can't beat that for these games. So let's start it off. First one I got is a game for my Xbox One, which I don't play a whole lot, but I get games for now and again. And I got a copy of Madden 22. Brand spanking new. I was happy to pick this up, of course, with Brady and Mahomes on the cover. I'm a Tom Brady fan through and through, goat all the way. Whether he's with Tampa Bay or whether he's with New England, I'm still a New England Patriots fan because that's the part of the country that I live in. That's the closest team to me. I was just really happy to pick this game up. Didn't care what system it was for. I do have an Xbox One. Don't play it very often. But, man, so happy to pick this one up for such a great price. And it leads right into the next one, which is another one that I thought is a great price. Although they're games that you often see at yard sales and such. It was the version that interested me the most. And that is a copy of The Show 21. But it's the Jackie Robinson edition. Steelbook. And it's all sealed, of course, for the PS4. I had a PS4. I gave it to 64-Bit for Life a while back when his stopped working because it was what he used for Blu-rays and for a lot of things. So I gave mine away. And I was lucky enough that on my birthday this year, Viking Stew from GoGameGo, they sent me up a box present Didn't even really know it was my birthday. It was just a present just for something to send to me. And I couldn't friggin' believe it. I opened up, and there's a PS4 and all the wires and stuff in the box that they gave me. So this is the first game I've picked up for it since. I had a bunch of games for the PS4 already in my collection that from when I originally bought mine back a couple years ago. There's actually a video on that where I went over on Black Friday and picked up the Spider-Man edition. Not the big terabyte special edition with the red PS4, but it was a Spider-Man, came with Spider-Man, and that was a Spider-Man edition for that particular Black Friday. Anyway, so happy to be able to pick up PS4 games again, thanks to Stu. Thank you very much, man. It's just above and beyond. I really appreciate it. And now I got a copy, the Jackie Robinson edition, Steelbook of the Show 21 for $10. How do you beat that, right? Last but not least, for clearance games for $10 is I got something. I got the whole gambit here. Xbox One, PS4, so I have to have a Nintendo Switch one, right? And in this case, I got Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. Not a game that I would probably ever pick up normally, especially for 40, 50, 60 bucks, whatever it was. Sometimes they're 80 up here in Canada. I don't think this one was. But anyway, for $10, you bet your boots I'm going to pick it up. So, first party title from the Tokyo 2020 Olympics, which ended up being done in 2021. Wow. From Sega, it's such a great, I'm really happy to add Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. I love simple little games like that, almost like a series of mini games, and I just really enjoy stuff like that. But again, not something I wouldn't have picked up. I would have normally picked up, but man, how do you beat it for that price, right? So now it's time for the big pickup from this video, and that is something that's truly historic in the world of Intellivision. Something that I was aware of, but never dreamed in a million years that I would get. I was surfing through Atari Age the other day, and I saw a post by Steve Roney, who of course is now running Blue Sky Rangers, the old aspect of the original company of Intellivision. And he being an official or an original Blue Sky Ranger himself, I mean, that's the man who knows, right? He has all of their back items and such, and he found a stock of a very special item. Okay, so let's explain to you what it is. First of all, here's the package. Let's pop it open and we'll check out what it is. I took the tape off already. I just want to be able to show you. There's a couple things in here actually. All right, if I get those tabs out. All right, oh, reach in, take a look. Be very careful. And the first thing in here I'm going to pull out is a sleeve from the Intellivision exclusive Kamikaze Expo Collector's Pack, which was originally sold at conventions, this particular one, the Kamikaze Expo, with 3 different discs inside of it. There was the Intellivision Lives disc, the Intellivision Rocks disc, and finally the Intellivision Hi-Fi disc, which I've shown and had on my pickup videos before because I picked a copy of that one up from Steve a couple years ago now. But this is just a sleeve that was only given out at that expo. So I thought that was really interesting. I had seen Steve have these for sale on his eBay store before, and I thought I'd really like to pick one up because I'd love to get all 3 discs, even though I only have one, to put in it. But frankly, this was secondary. This is something that I'd always thought I would like to have. So I took the opportunity while I ordered this piece to also order this one and have it thrown in with it to save on some shipping. And what I got from Steve is, it is also a sleeve from the Intellivision Flashback right there that was given out, I think at CES either in 2015 or 2016. And what's special about this is the blue limited edition Blue Sky Rangers autograph sleeve. If you turn it around, in this section right here are several autographs from so many different Blue Sky Rangers. You have Keith Robinson right there in the middle with a doodle. Intellivision Rules, Steve Ettinger, Connie Goldman, Dave Warhol, Dave Rolfe, Karen Nugent. I can read most of them. Ray Kestner's there. I tried the ones I could read. John Saul. Unbelievable, really. It's CGE 2000. I think it says 14, actually. It might be 16. I think it says 14, though. But anyway, what this was is when they were getting the Intellivision flashback ready for release, and this story is actually on one of the episodes of Intellivisionaries Podcast. So I'm going to rehash it here real quickly, but go back and listen to the Intellivisionaries Podcast if you can find the episode. Anytime Keith's on there, it's just so entertaining to listen to, and he tells the whole story behind this. But anyway, the Intellivision flashback wasn't going to be ready for the CES that year to have at the show. CGE, Computer Gaming Expo, maybe that's it. Anyway, the CGE. It wasn't going to be ready, but they still wanted to sell them because they wanted to generate the funds, because like with anything like this, it's hard to pre-release to generate funds to keep things going, right? You know, we all know that story. And anyway, what they got permission to do from At Games, who made, or AT Games, or At Games, who made the Intellivision flashback, was to sell these sleeves. And what these sleeves meant, you could buy these sleeves basically for the price of a flashback. And then when the flashback was released, you had already bought your flashback. You got one for free. So it was really an ingenious way to pre-order games, even though Intellivision itself and Television Productions didn't really have the authority to do pre-releases or pre-sales. But this was okay. So I thought they were all gone, frankly. There's never any mention of them being any more left. Steve, like I said, on Atari Age, said that he found some. Some were autographed, some were blank, some had Keith on them, some didn't, some had various other people. But I wrote to him and I said to Steve that I'd love to have a copy of one of the ones with as many autographs as possible. So you see there's all autographs through here. There's even autograph. I have to take a look. That's Keith, and it looks like Dave Rolfe to me, but it's not. I'd have to get a better look at it from here. And that almost looks like Gabriel Baum there. But I'm not sure exactly. I have to do a little bit of research. I probably could send a picture of Steve. Steve would identify them for me, I'm sure. Any that I can't. But anyway, as an Intellivision nut and also a collector of autographs, I have many autographed games that I've also gotten from Steve over the years. This was just incredible for me to pick up. So happy to get it. Now I have to figure out how exactly I'm going to display or show it. I've got a couple things here that I need to display and show and get framed, this being one of them. The other thing was this amazing piece of artwork that Jeff from GoGameGo got me to celebrate or to signify my 1,000th sub. So I got to work on some framing, this being included. But anyway, as any Intellivision fan would tell you, they'd simply love to have something like this. And I'm absolutely honored to have it in my collection. And Steve, Roney, thank you very much for seeing that it got to me safe and sound. I'm just so happy to have it. Well, guys, that's it for today's pickup video. Coco's nice and relaxed here, nice and comfy in the basket. And I am just simply thrilled to have such a great pieces of Intellivision history to add to my collection. Anyway, guys, don't forget to hit like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for spending a few minutes with us today. And you take care. We'll see you in the next one.
Papa Pete, the old ass gamer. Papa Pete, the old ass gamer. If you haven't grown up by the age.
Hey, it's Paul Nerman or Nermix from the Intellivisionaries Podcast, and you're watching Papa Pete, the old guy gamer.
What the hell?